We're gonna do a video on the moon in Cancer with the sun in Aries from the first to the 12th house. So this is gonna be um what's the motto I got? Learning how to develop a home for one's passion. So developing a home for one's passion, you know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be for the first to the 12th house. And on top of that, we're gonna do a video with the music. You see what I'm saying? Like I mean to say, this is gonna be within the live. So I'm gonna do the little music within the live. The song is gonna be called "Me Against the World," produced by Shadow. It's on the unreleased tape. It's on the. I currently have it listed as the Beast Without the Hype tape. You see what I'm saying? I might just change it up. But shouts out Stilo. You dig what I'm saying? Homie had that idea first. You dig what I'm saying? But he ain't actually dropped that joint. So yeah. I'm gonna rock out like that. And yeah, that's the little template. Oh, what? So I done messed up my stand. I was trying to get it perfect so I could get in the right picture. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes trying to be too. Okay, yeah. But yeah, then the two lives before that, it was all flunked out. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like they got me right now. So yeah, that's why they got me in that little vibration. You see what I'm saying? Because like, I ain't been live in a minute. Maybe all kind of flunked out. You see what I'm saying? I'd be kicking some knowledge that'd be left field. You dig what I'm saying? My kitty cat wanna jump on my lap. But hold up. We gonna let him rock out. There we go. That's Rico. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. He wanted to jump up, and then he didn't want to jump up. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, all right. Here go the music. Oh, wrong song. Hold up. That's also another Shadow beat though. Dum 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 dum.
I'm cold.
I'm cold, kid.
I'm cold.
I'm cold, kid. I'm cold, kid. Watch me. The government can't stop me. Moving like Machiavelli and Gaddafi. Watch me. Watch me.
Watch me.
The government can't stop me. Moving like Machiavelli and Gaddafi. I should drop the bomb like 9-6 in my belly. Can't trace me in the celly. Paradigm shift to ultraviolet life in the lava. I'm fighting the designer. Rain over your head.
In the clouds,
Fighting like conquesting.
can't fade me.
Feeling woozy and you swayzy. Loving how I got you motherfuckers crazy. So, see me. Only me.
Cold kid.
Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. The government can't stop me. Moving like Machiavelli and Gaddafi. The best of these MCs, test and seize, float for the podium or the record slave. That to Sally Mae. Goddamn, God, no restraint. I'm cherry bomb and shit, just like a Sherman hit. Boom, hit it like what they call a womb in the tomb.
The sky, it's not a bird or a plane.
It's metaphor 7,
The
progressive doom.
I'm cold.
I'm cold.
I'm cold, kid.
Watch me. Watch me. The government can't stop me. Moving like Machiavelli and Gaddafi.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me.
The government can't stop me. Moving like Machiavelli and Gaddafi.
Harlem Globetrotters.
They speaker, I'm mobilized like street sweepers.
You were gleaming.
I put the heat to your teeth, and it's still steaming. Kobe cut raw as beef, not even.
I just keep feeling. Put me on the deal.
I'm repoing.
Better yet,
I smoke like key particles
holy God sent
on
the presence.
of the most fly martyr.
Peace to the gods.
This first high power, the glass jaw on records.
The metaphor
7.
represents
Disguise when I see the truth in lies. One day you're dead, we all die.
the vest protected. Connect.
Like this investment death. That's why we still make cess. Check how many flows came and went.
Protected that. How many flow
Do your thought convey?
never let me in?
It's still surgical season. I've been
Word.
kicking,
I've
been kicking and pushing and push rhymes from A to Z. EYE, flip to a T. Not trying to see central bookings, but there's no new jacks in my city. Bitch, I'm G Money. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, and then okay, so the 90-degree angle is with the moon in Cancer and the sun in Aries. You dig what I'm saying? So it's called a square or a 90-degree angle, like I just said. So it's a learning process. So you're going to be learning how to develop a home for one's passion. Question you can ask yourself throughout this process is, what is one developing as a home, base, or place of comfort to express oneself? You dig what I'm saying? So you're going to be asking yourself, is where I'm at actually comfortable? Like, if you Batman, you see what I'm saying, and you going out there and being out in the night, you see what I'm saying, but like you taking care of the business, you see what I'm saying, you standing on the business, you got to have that home base, you got to have that bat cave, you dig what I'm saying? So like, this is like a time to be creating that bat cave for one to express oneself as the bat. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He got bats in the bat cave. So that was a hard Batman. I think I'll know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, then the first house. So with the moon in Cancer in the first house, with the sun in Aries is going to be in the 10th house. So keep this in mind throughout the whole thing. So then, let me, I'm just going to write this because I should have wrote this down whenever I was making this, but like, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes I be in the train of thought, you see what I mean, and I don't be writing the whole thing. So yeah, then the first house is going to be a square to the 10th house. So the first house is learning how to be more comfortable with oneself while maintaining a status of passionate expression. See what I'm saying? And the second house is going to be a square to the 11th house. See what I'm saying? And the third house is going to be the square to the 12th. And then the fourth house is going to be the square to the first. And the fifth house is going to be the square to the second. See what I'm saying? And then the sixth house, so on. See what I'm saying? Square with the third. Seventh house, square with the fourth. Eighth house squares with the fifth. You see what I'm saying? So like think about that throughout everybody's houses. You're gonna have Cancer in one space, but Aries is gonna be in a whole other space in the houses. You see what I'm saying? In the areas of life. The ninth house is gonna be a square to the sixth house. 10th house is gonna be the square to the 7th house. 11th house is gonna be the square to the 8th house. And then finally the 12th house is gonna be the square to the 9th house. Alright, so I just frame the mind out, you see what I'm saying? So to reiterate the template. First house, learning how to be more comfortable with oneself while maintaining a status of passionate expression. Second house, square to the 11th, learning what one values instead of valuing what benefits associates or the group. So you're learning, okay, is the group actually benefiting oneself or is the group not benefiting oneself? Is pretty much where you can be at with that. Third house, learning to feel more comfortable expressing a dream. See what I'm saying? Because that's going to be the square to the 12th house. So you're going to be like expressing, you see what I'm saying, the environment, communicating. Then the fourth house is going to be that square to the first house, learning what to keep private about one's personal life. You see what I'm saying? So like what is personal life and what is home life? So, like gotta create that line and figure out that how to balance it. That little, not really balance that, but figure out how to learn more from your home and where to be more personal. You see what I'm saying? Because like your family's your family, but that's just your blood. You know what I'm saying? It's like the people that you choose to be around is a whole nother circumstance. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the fourth and the first, and then the fifth and the second square is going to be learning how to feel more comfortable expressing what one feels comfortable valuing. The sixth house will be that square to the third, like I say, learning how to feel more comfortable developing a routine in the environment. Pardon me. Seventh house will be the square to the fourth, learning how to relate to others outside the home. Eighth house going to be the square to the fifth, learning what to keep secret and what to express. Finding a secret comfort is a whole other way to, look at it. Eighth house is also transformative circumstances. So you want to transform your expression or you want to keep it the same way? You know what I'm saying? And, go into the secret about what you're expressing or something like that. So it's up to you at this point. You want to tap into the moon or the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like which aspect is better for this circumstance. Now that way you can learn what to actually express and what to feel comfortable expressing. You know what I'm saying? And then the 10th house gonna be the 9th house gonna be the square to the 6th. Learning what routine to utilize, aka which worldview or practice works best for the given routine. 10th house gonna be the square to the 7th. Learning to feel comfortable relating about one's status. 11th house gonna be the square to the 8th. Learning what to share with associates versus what to keep secret or transformative. Pardon me. 12th house going to be the square to the 9th. Learning what knowledge and wisdom is best for the given dream or illusion at hand. See what I'm saying? So to go, in the depth about them all. See what I'm saying? I kind of went into depth about the first house and a couple of the houses, but I'll just reiterate. So with the first house, it's all about your personal life. You see what I'm saying? And then the 10th house is all about your status. So think about how to learn to be more comfortable with oneself, your personal self. You see what I'm saying? Feel comfortable with that. Moon in Cancer, Cancer rising, while maintaining a status or passionate expression. So you can be like having a status of this passionate way of expressing oneself. You see what I'm saying? That's your status. And with that being said, the Cancer is going to be initiating that as well. So this is a very initiating time. So just learn how to be more comfortable with oneself. You see what I'm saying? So that'll create that better status. You know what I'm saying? And help out that passion. Because you're either going to, no matter what, you're going to be looked at as a passionate individual. So that's your status. And that second house in the 11th house. Is the second house is the value house, saying person, place, thing, or idea. The 11th house is the group or associates or humanitarian. You know what I'm saying? Energy. So learning what one values instead of valuing what benefits associates or the group. So like, if your association or your group, like for example, if you're like maybe a foster child and you value your foster parents, like that's actually like an 11th house kind of alignment. You see what I'm saying? So you think about it that way. Then the second house would be like, okay, what's is like, are these foster parents better than my actual biological parents? Like, because I value that more than the other group. You see what I'm saying? Or that fourth house group that I was actually akin to. You see what I'm saying? So this is the time to figure out what benefits you and what doesn't, type thing. The third house in the 12th, learning to feel comfortable expressing a dream. So you're going to have this illusion or the way of looking at your expression. And in the environment, you're going to either feel comfortable with that or you're going to feel uncomfortable expressing that. So, like, do you feel comfortable communicating that or do you feel uncomfortable communicating? It's one or the other. Then the fourth house. So, the square to the first house, learning what to keep private about one's personal life. So, like, what do you actually want to have going on in the home, and what do you actually feel comfortable expressing as oneself? So, I'm saying in your personal life. So, like, those personal details, what do you feel comfortable expressing in the home? So, I'm saying, so like, what is too private and what is open to be spoken about, type thing. Excuse me, like, it's all about what you want to bring up. Excuse me, pardon me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sick, but I was just getting over, like, you know what I mean? Like, just the weather changing type thing. Excuse me. The fifth house, and then that square to the second. So learning how to feel more comfortable expressing what one feels comfortable value. So, like, if you feel comfortable expressing oneself, then you generally value things that you feel comfortable with in general. So, like, at this time, you either value your expression or you don't. So, like, kind of learning how to value your expression in a certain way is another way to look at it. The sixth house is learning to feel comfortable developing a routine in the environment. So, due to you having this sixth house alignment in Cancer, you initiate and create this certain pattern. And then the sixth house is the routine and pattern and the health and like the body, so to speak, like what you got going on health wise. Third house is the environment, so that collection of everybody's routine and ended up being in a certain environment due to their patterns. You see what I'm saying? It's like that's that way of learning. Like, okay, what is my personal routine and what is the environment's routine? So, like, how can I actually differentiate in that, and how can I learn how to be more more relatable in the environment, so to speak? Because this is both Mercury alignments right here. So you're gonna be doing a whole lot of talking. It's gonna be like a passionate time to talk. So I'm saying, so like make sure you got the right things on the mind. You make sure you're taking care of your duties and responsibilities with that sixth house. And the seventh house and the fourth house. The seventh house is about relations. The fourth house is about your privacy, your home, your heart. So learning how to relate to others outside the home. So you're learning what to actually relate to people in the home about. So it's like that. It's kind of an interesting thing here. You see what I'm saying? Because the seventh house, you're gonna have Cancer here. So obviously your Capricorn rising. So the rising Capricorn is automatically the square to the first house as well. So this Cancer energy is opposite to you. You see what I'm saying? But that's just like a whole nother thing talking about Capricorn for the rising. But it's going to be a time to learn how to be more relatable, so to speak. And the learn to be more relatable about things that are close to your heart and personal things. Like that's might be a little bit difficult time for y'all. The eighth house is the square to the fifth house. The learning what to keep secret and what to express, or finding a secret comfort. So like you got to retreat and go to the eighth house and like be behind the scenes and feel comfortable being behind the scenes. Then you actually have this expression about what you've seen behind the scenes, so to speak. So like what's going on in the dark, you're bringing it to the light, so to speak. The ninth house in the sixth house. The ninth house is your knowledge, your wisdom. The sixth house is your routine and pattern, your health, like I mentioned earlier. So that's learning what routine to utilize, aka which worldview, knowledge, and wisdom or practice works best for the given routine you're participating in, taking action upon. So the certain health practice that you got going on, it's just actually a wise practice. Is another way to look at it, so to speak. 10th house is square to the 7th house. The 10th house is about your status, blueprint, and career. 7th house is your relationship, how you communicate to others you relate on a daily basis, so to speak, with. So learning to feel comfortable relating about one's status. It's going to be talking about kind of who you are in this, that, and third, and how people see you, so to speak. The 11th house and the 8th house. The 11th house is the association, the group, and the humanitarian energy. The 8th house is behind the scenes secrets and transformation, and sex. So learning what to share with associates versus what to keep secret or transformative. So if somebody's really not treating you right and not treating you in that royal behind the scenes energy, you know how they really see you behind the scenes, and they're really not being loyal type thing. This is a time to transform on them and realize that's just an associate in their community. You know what I'm saying? Their community energy, so to speak. I'm gonna put it like that. Last but not least, Cancer in the 12th house with the Aries in the ninth house. So the 12th house is your dreams, illusions, nightmares. Ninth house is knowledge, wisdom, and experience. Traveling externally in the external reality or internally in the mind, so to speak. So at this time, it's going to be learning what knowledge and wisdom is best for the given dream or illusion at hand. So like to actually achieve the knowledge and wisdom and like where you see yourself, where you see that the furthest, like where you see what knowledge you have and wisdom you have, what echelon can it actually bring you to, and what dream is actually like what is that dream? You know what I'm saying? Where do you see yourself with that? So you're in this illusionary energy with Cancer. So you're initiating, creating a dream or illusion or nightmare. So I'm saying, so at this time, you got to be figuring out what knowledge and wisdom is best to utilize to achieve this dream, so to speak. So like the dream that you have at hand, you need to know what knowledge, wisdom, or practice to utilize to actually achieve that dream. So I'm saying, so you're gonna be initiating, creating maybe a new knowledge of wisdom because it's in the ninth house. You know what I'm saying, or showing people a new knowledge of wisdom, or teaching people a new way or original way of utilizing a knowledge of wisdom to achieve the dream. So I'm saying, so yeah, that's the moon in Cancer with the sun in Aries for the first to the 12th house. So that's that little square angle, like square 90-degree angle, like I was breaking down earlier. You dig what I'm saying? I don't really be wearing the turtlenecks like that, so I'm kind of getting used to it. But I've been had this joint for a little minute. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's time to kind of throw it on. You dig what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I made that joint a long time ago that I made that song. So like I ain't updated my name like that. You know what I'm saying? So like Metaphor 77 is on that 9 energy because it's got 4 plus 7, that's 11, and then 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. You see what I'm saying? Then 18 is 1 and 8, so 1 plus 8 is 9. You see what I'm saying? So I'm on that ascension energy. And then MET, you see what I'm saying? That's a whole nother gematria. So I got to break that down. You see what I'm saying? And then combine the two, and it's gonna be that actual energy. You see what I'm saying? So now that I think about it, I gotta figure that out. You see what I'm saying? So there's a whole nother character to this. You see what I'm saying? There's a numerology character, then there's a geometry character, then you bring it down to you know what I'm saying, a single number that's also numerology as well. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, much love and holla back. Peace out.